What's good, y'all? Welcome to my review for this week's episode of Attack on Titan Season 3. Once again, another phenomenal episode. Ooh, and Royd's Titan form? Ooh. But actually, before I begin talking about this week's review, there's actually a couple things I want to talk about real quick before we begin. Of course, as you guys know, Toonami came back this week, and of course, we got a new episode of Attack on Titan. So let me talk about the dub real quick. The dub, Funimation, y'all keep outdoing yourselves with these. You guys know that I've always been like, I prefer the dub over the sub for Attack on Titan Season 3. Attack on Titan in general, but this episode was so good. I love the voice they got, the woman that plays Historia's mother. Great job. Apparently that's actually her debut role, so she's pretty good. Historia did a great job. The dub all around was amazing. And actually, someone dropped this comment on my review last week saying, if you think that is the best episode, then get ready to have some heart attacks for the rest of the season. I can confirm this as a manga reader. Ooh, well then, good sir. You have my attention now. I'm never looking forward to seeing the rest of what Attack on Titan Season 3 has in store for me. So yeah, let us begin. So after some quick recap of what happened of everything that's went down previous episodes, we start this episode off. We got Levi, like Mika said, they all managed to catch up to where the gate is, where we saw they put down this little rope net, whatever you want to call it, blocking their entrance, and everyone, and they got the guys on their side, hold the position, make sure they can't get across, yada 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 yada. Levi knows actually this little hole area where the crystal's broken up, but it's covered up, so they can't really go through there. And then we see the light. The light, the time transformation of Royce transforming. And so they notice that light, and then, as we see him transform, we actually see the air, this whole cave, cavern, whatever you want to call it, starts breaking apart, and starts breaking apart next to that little hole that Levi found earlier. Armin notices it's open, so he tells Armin and the other guy that's always with Hanji to get Hanji out of there as soon as possible. So they leave. And we see we see Kenny and all the other guys just trying to survive, trying to get out of here, trying not to get crushed to death from falling debris. A couple of people do get caught, and then we get back to Historia and Eren still be like, hey, leave me, Historia, leave me. I swear to God, Eren has had a complete 180 in 2 episodes. Our man Eren has gotten a wake-up call. And now he's like, oh, leave me, I want to die. He's almost turned into Kaneki. I swear, the man's almost turned into Kaneki, where he's damn near suicide, just wants to die. Which we're going to see in the second half of Tokyo Ghoul Season 3 next season. So hyped for that. We got that, and I got SAO. Ooh, it falls. It's going to be hype. We also got Promised Neverland. It's going to anime adaptation. I've never read the manga. Heard a lot of great things about it, so I'm definitely going to be watching it. I will not be reviewing it, though, because my plates are a bit full enough. And with college, I am picking up any more series than I already told you guys I was going to review. So yeah, if you're wondering about Promised Neverland, there isn't going to be reviews on that series. But yes for SAO, and yes for Chi-Chi. Anyway, back to the episode. And so, she's leader, and she's like, oh, well, and she says, I can't be the good girl anymore, and I don't want to be a god either, but she says that, yes, I'm a public enemy #1 for the human race, but I'm your ally too, Eren. And so then she wants, and we get to see a little bit more Krista, Historia has, even with everything that's been going on, she's still very much a kind person at heart. Even though she may not be as kind as we saw her back in Season 1, she is still a very kind-hearted person that does want to help. As she says, every time she wants to see someone crying and say that, they're useless, or they're not wanted. And next to all that's going on, they play a clip from Season 2, from that little snowy training area that they had back in Season 2. They play that clip with her and Ymir. And then, every time I want to see that, I just want to tell them, that's not true, and help him out. She wants to help him out. She manages to get one of the locks out, and then, because of the wind, Historia gets sent flying back, and Eren yells, Historia! But before she hits the wall, Mikasa comes in there with a clutch save, and, Ikani, Sasha, all the crew are there, and they start helping, and Levi's up there, they're all helping out, untying Eren, getting the locks out. Jean, Eren, of course, still leaves, he's like, oh, leave me, guys, leave me! By the way, throughout the episode, Eren's voice actor. Fantastic job. The dude has been The dude's great. Like, man, this was his episode. This man has been doing really good with his last 2 episodes. Anyway, so, and Gene's like, oh, will you shut up, you shirtless wimp? And so they managed to get the rest of the lots out. And actually, Sasha comments how that Rod's Titan form is bigger than even the Clotho, which, as we see later on in the episode, yeah, she ain't kidding. Switch Studios had to use CGI for this guy. That's how big he is. Damn. And so then we see debris and we see everything collapsing underneath. And I swear, Aaron's having like a mental breakdown at this point because he's still like, I am useless. I swear, Aaron's having like a mental breakdown or something right now. Anyway, everyone's commenting like, oh boy, will you everyone's just like, oh come on, man, they say nothing, we've been through worse. And Sasha goes like, not that I want to get useless. Yeah, I'm like, yeah, it's like she got with that. And then she's like, oh, but I'm so useless. I was never the savior of humanity. Yada, yada, yada. So it's like, oh, what? You just want to sit here and have us just hold hands, sing Kumbaya while we either get crushed or burnt? Hell no! I ain't sitting here. Fuck that shit. And Aaron notices a bottle that says, like, armor on it. Then Levi says, he's like, I hate doing this every time, Aaron, but you gotta make a choice, dude. And we have a quick flashback to season 1 where Levi, when the female Titan was chasing them in the forest, and Levi was telling like, yo man, trust us, we got this, we're gonna take her out, we got this, we got a plan. And so Aaron's like, I'm with you. And then Aaron, after that flashback, Aaron just is like, fuck it, grabs the bottle, charges into Rod Royce's Titan, and cracks the bottles, which wouldn't that hurt? Cause this is glass. I mean, I've never tried to break glass just with my teeth. I ain't stupid. I ain't got time for that. So, but one that granted, with Aaron, knowing that he's a Titan, he probably not that hard. The man bites. The man literally bites his thumb. The blood's coming out to turn to Titan. So the man probably has a decent pain tolerance or one hell of a bite. Anyway, he cracks the ball in his mouth, transforms, and you have to talk about how just this one time. Just let me believe in myself. Which I'm guessing he's referring to how his Titan powers are so inconsistent. Sometimes when he needs them to work, they work, like we see in season 1. But other times, like in season 2 with the smiling Titan that killed Aaron's mom, this Titan fella's like, nah man, I ain't feel like coming out today. It's like the Hulk in Avengers Infinity War. He pops up when he was there, but then he gets his ass beat by Thanos, and he's like, nah man, I'm done, fuck that shit, I'm out, I'm sorry Bruce, I'm done man, no, I can't go get Thanos again, no, man, you on your own this time, my dude, you on your own. And so he transforms the Titan. Then I guess the armor drink he drank starts to affect where the crystal I don't know what you call it, the crystal Titan things, like the crystals we saw that's covering the cavern. He makes this kind of little cover for the guys just so they don't get crushed to death. And Levi knows what he's doing. He tells them, all right, everyone get underneath Aaron. Everything covers them. Then, and then we actually see Hanji with Armin. They're trying to get out there, and then the floor beneath them starts breaking apart, and then there's actually Armin and and the other guy with Hanji where the floor the ground right in front of them actually cracks, but thankfully it was a small enough gap where they could really just step over. They didn't have to have a running start jump for it. So they were whew, they got on there and like, whew, you okay, Sexy Commander? She's like, yeah, I'm good, man. We get back to Aaron, and we actually see that his entire Titan body is completely crystallized. After everything happened. And Levi's like, whoa, now that's what I call Titan hardening. Don't you agree? Big improvement, man. Your foam's still there, just chilling as a good ice statue. Good on you, Aaron. Good on you, man. And so they manage to finally escape. They meet up with Armin and the others, where then we really see Royd's Typhoon in his foreground, because we see in the episode, we see standing up, but even Kenny talked about how about how he's how Royd does done fucked up this time. He thought oh, I thought you knew more about Titans than I, but clearly I'm guessing he's referring that he did know about how big the Royd Titans get. Because of how it's now, how everything is its parents just destroyed at this point, as we see when they get out. in the meeting with Armin, we see like the floor beneath them is just destroyed, like a massive earthquake just happened now, like legit, it looked like a disaster movie just struck here. And so yeah, and then we just see Royd's Typhoon, and it's all good. We'll see a bit, but then we see we then get to Erwin, and his guys. They talk about like hey, they see like this dude. I don't know. Never. I'm no expert on measure. I don't got like a ruler that can put a good screen like no. But if I had to guess, this man's probably like over. How low? I forget how tall the Colossal Titan is, but I can definitely tell just from now. Granted, we don't see him actually standing up straight. We just see the man crawling. We don't know. We haven't seen stuff, but just from what we've seen, the man has like a long body. Like the body itself is probably like 10 feet. If I had to guess, I'm just guesstimating at this point right here. Like he's huge, and like as he's running, everything just starts burning in front of him. Okay, not everything, but like a tree that was like inches away from him starts like just gets engulfed by flames. It's crazy. Like the Race family, when they get their Titan powers, oh my god, especially just look at this. Just look at the scene. Just look at it. He's like just crawling. Everything's like burning in front of him, and I'm like, the man is huge. It's like, holy shit! How the heck are we gonna take him out? Like Aaron, can you take care of this man? I mean, we'll probably need like 3 or 4 Titan shifters to take this one guy out, but we'll have to wait and see. And so Levi's team meets up with Erwin's team. They kind of like and she's like, okay, and the casual, he's like, just Hanji, and she's like, there's like a lot of blood coming out. He says like, she's like, hey, he says nothing serious, but I'm kind of questioning that because there's a lot of blood. Granted, there's probably been some decent time passing between when she got initially hit with the grappling hook, got thrown into the wall, and to here, so there's probably a lot that's just probably just blood that just stained the shirt. So it's probably not as bad as it looks, in all honesty. Anyway, and so everyone asks like, Levi, man, what the hell is that big ass Titan in the back? It's like, oh yeah, he tells him like, that's Royd Race, and that and he's like, okay, you guys, we'll take care of this. You guys return to Walsina. And he's like, wait, you're gonna let that big ass Titan just crawl to the wall? He's like, oh, it's going to like this to the district. I'm not gonna try and pronounce what the district was called. It's like Arvud. I probably butchered that. But yeah, like everyone says that's mostly where he's heading, and like I said, we see the Titan just crawl, and I almost gotta say, even though it's weird and disgusting, and you're like, oh my god, how the fuck are we gonna take care of the guy? It's almost a sight to behold to watch that thing just move. Like, am I the only one that felt like that? Did anyone else feel like you were almost like mesmerized by how it moved and just his overall design? I'll give the Attack on Titan manga credit. That Titan looks pretty cool. I'll give him credit. The man did a decent job with his design. I can only imagine with the manga, because I've heard the manga isn't really that great in terms of art. I've seen some panels, and I can definitely agree with that, but there have been some times where I say but like even Chibi, when he was reading manga, said like, the whole Armin molesting scene was better than the manga, probably because of the art style isn't the greatest in the manga compared to how it looks like in the anime. So no, I guess there's a props to that, his art style for that. But anyway, like I said, it's not, and like something I know if I was watching the episode, that his body actually stretches as he was crawling. Like when you crawl forward, like you could see like his body kind of move up a bit before the rest of his body came, and then it kind of went back. It almost kind of moves like one of those instruments called, they have like the keyboards on the side, but you go like, I forget what that instrument's called. It kind of looks like that, or I guess like a caterpillar, I guess you can also say. Yeah, so we just see him grinding, and we notice also his face is in the ground. So I'm guessing Royd has no idea what the controls thing, and he probably just can't control its weight. So all he can probably do is just crawl. He probably can't have enough control to I guess support its body weight to where it can stand up on its legs. If I had to guess, because I don't know why else it's just crawling. Other than he just doesn't know how to control it, and it's probably just weighs too much for him to handle to have to walk on its legs. So then we get back to Eren and Historia, or Eren is I think Eren has calmed down, but he's not. I don't think he's as broken as he was earlier, but he's still saying even now he says after everything that's happened with Race and everything, that if it was that he is still willing to sacrifice himself in order to make Race get back into his human form, and of course let it, and hopefully maybe undo the brainwashing that has happened to to the world and all that shit, to help us find some way to of course get rid of this time problem, seal up the wall, figure out what's in that basement. Which, man, with watching season 3, I'm even more curious than ever what the hell is in that damn basement. And Historia was like, "All right, Eren," and Mika said, she's like, "Oh, come on, it's like, no, Eren, you can't sacrifice yourself." And Historia's like, "Yeah, man, you can't, cause your plan is full of flaws. We have no idea if your plan's gonna work. We have no idea if he is gonna turn back into his human form. We don't even know if the mind, the brainwashing that's happens for so long ago can even be reversed. We don't know that." And they're like, "Yeah," everyone's like, "Yeah, I agree." And they even talk about how Eren's father really wasn't really what he did, stealing the powers of the Titan from the Reyes family and killing all the family, was really just to save humanity and get them their chance. Which, in all honesty, makes perfect sense, because I don't remember Eren's father being an asshole. Yeah, so and even Armin talks about it, and even Armin talks he wouldn't do something like that without a reason, which hence the reason is probably what's inside that basement. Ooh, I cannot wait to see what's inside. Hopefully we see that in season 3. We don't have to wait till season 4 or season 5 to figure out what's in there. Hopefully, that's what I hope, is to see that what's in that basement by the end of season 3. And so they all agree, that plan probably isn't gonna work. But Hanji's like, "Yeah, but there's one thing we gotta do. We gotta take out your dad, Historia, cause we can't let a Titan that big just kind of roam free. No siree." And then the story, she talks about how she actually was considering, inserting that drug into her eye, becoming a Titan shifter, or a Titan to Eren, of course, then become a Titan shifter. But really, she wasn't doing it just because she wanted to save humanity, or that she hated humanity. It was really just because she just wanted to believe her dad, and I guess not want her dad to hate her because of because there's been so much lost time. There's been so much time she wants to rekindle her, wants to have a good relationship with her father, which in a way makes sense that you want to have a relationship with your father, but then again, kind of blew up in your face a little bit there. So yeah. So Historia's like, all right, we got it. So then they get back to the little regiment area we saw earlier last week. They get suited up, and then Levi drops, and then Levi tells the story with everyone gathering around that Historia, by the way, when all this is said and done, you're being the next queen. Yeah. And everyone's like, "Hey," and Connie's like, "Hey." Well, Connie tries to say it, but then Jean kind of clarifies, makes it more so. He's like, his story kind of broke up from the whole Reyes family. Isn't this kind of unfair to her with you shoving her into a royalty role?" And she's like, "No, man, I'm good. I understand. You want me to be the queen because I'm the next, because I'm actually part of the royal blood. I understand. But she has one condition. That condition is that she doesn't want to just sit around all day. She wants to be in the fray. She wants to get her hands dirty." And so we see her suit up with we see her suit up and everything. Got the ODM gear and everything, and then they discuss their plans to take down, Royd's Titan form. And then everyone's asking Eren, "Hey, Eren, how do you plan to evacuate everyone?" He's like, "Oh, we're not." They're like, "Wait, what? Nutty? What do you mean we're not going to evacuate?" "Oh, no, we're not. They're leaving. They're just staying here. We'll take care of them. They don't need to leave." Okay. And that's where the episode ends, with them planning their attack and everything. Yeah, this episode was amazing. Attack on Titan has just been killing it. The Japanese audio is phenomenal. The dub, Funimation, y'all have been killing it with that English dub for Attack on Titan season 3. I am so hyped to see these latest episodes dubbed, especially that last one, because I'm curious how Eren's voice actor is going to handle that. Because his Japanese voice actor did a phenomenal job. Let's see how his English voice actor does. So we'll have to wait and see for that. So overall, I give this episode a 9.5 out of 10. So hope you all enjoyed the video. Leave a like if you did, subscribe if you're new. Follow me on Twitter if you feel like it. Leave your rocks below. As always, come back for more. See you guys next time, man. Ooh, am I looking forward to next week.